What is up, guys? Welcome back to our channel. Finally, we're coming back to you guys. We owe you guys an explanation because, you know,
it's been
a while.
Well, up until our last video, I think it was like 3 months since we had posted.
And we just disappeared.
Yeah, so we have been getting a lot of questions in those last 3 months about like where we've been, what's going on. So we're going to explain all that today. But one thing I did want to say is shout out to you guys because you stayed watching all of our old videos, and like literally every single week, almost every day, we would get different comments on old videos, and our subscribers were still going up even without posting for all that time.
Yeah.
And I even had like people reach out to me on Instagram and be like, is everything okay? Like, what's going on? We miss you. So
she got kidnapped and I had to go rescue her.
yeah, right. No. So we appreciate that. So yeah, so this is going to be a 2-part video, I think. This part is just going to be us explaining everything that has happened in the last 3 months. And then the next part, you guys can leave us questions in the comments or on our Instagrams, and we'll answer all those.
Answer all your damn questions. I'm just kidding.
Okay, well, let's leave them on a timeline. So this all started at the end of March, shortly after the last video that we posted.
End of March, and so it took about like a month and a half, right?
Of what?
Of what we went through.
Oh, yeah.
So it was like the end of March
Through April.
That, you know, everything
Started happening.
Everything went sideways. But
Little disclaimer, I do want to say that, you know, a lot of people say, like, you know, from what you see, like, on social media, like, things can look one way. But we're human, just like everybody else. We have real problems and deal with real things. So that'll make more sense as we go. But I just want to put that out there.
except me, you know, I'm perfect in every way, shape, or form.
Oh, Jesus. But
when you're in a relationship, you know, it's not perfect. It's never going to be perfect. And your partner is never going to be perfect. And that just goes, you know, back and forth. Especially when you move in, you know, everything gets more serious, more, I don't want to say more complicated, but more.
You're with each other 24/7.
Yeah. So, you know, as my first time moving in with somebody or with my partner, and I don't know if you guys know this, but I'm younger than Hunter. So
I'm an old woman. I think they know. I'm 27 and you're 23.
23. She's 27, I'm 23. So me being 23, me being young, I was just going through a little phase, you know. I didn't know if I wanted to do this. I didn't know if I wanted to settle down too soon or too early, or, you know, I didn't know. I just didn't know. And so we decided to take a little break, and I moved back to my parents. And I was over there for like about a month or so. And even though it's just a month, maybe, yeah, I could have taken more time. But, I mean, in all honesty, I saw that she was doing a lot of things to change. And I knew that I needed my space to work and really think about what I really wanted. And yeah. You know, talking through your parents, through your friends, through everybody, it gives you a better sense of knowing what direction you want to go towards, or, you know, whatever you feel is right. I forgot how the saying goes, but it's pretty much like, if you're happy with somebody, even though you guys aren't perfect, or, you know, you guys are going through stuff, because everybody's going to go through ups and downs.
Spicy, sorry.
Everybody's going to go through ups and downs. And
I think it's more about how you deal with it and how you come out.
Yeah, but there's like, oh man, I forgot how the saying goes. My mom told me this. Hold on. I gotta remember this. She said it's about being happy with the person and being able to tolerate the person and being able to work things out with the person and being able to just pull through with the person that you love, you know? And by tolerating the person, I don't mean like if she's freaking over here all crazy and, you know, no. You know,
Maybe tolerate's not the best word.
So, well.
But you guys get the point.
Yeah, you guys get the point, you know? Obviously, if someone's freaking beating your booty and freaking yelling at you 24/7, then yeah, you know.
You're not gonna do that.
You don't want to do that. But, you know, so that's what happened throughout that month.
And that's why I was saying in the beginning, like, even though what you guys see on here is really like how we are in person, and any of our friends can tell you that. Obviously we have issues and we go through things, and him being younger too, I feel like you go through like thoughts, like I know I did. You go through thoughts of like, you know, we started talking when he was 20 and he's 23, so he's still really young. You think about like, is this like, am I ready for all of this? Am I ready to settle down forever? You know, like it's a big decision. He's never lived with a significant other. I have, so I've been through it. I kind of know. And then also another thing, you know, COVID happened. And so for a while he wasn't working as much. I stopped working because my job closed. And we were kind of just like up each other's butts like 24/7, you know, because before it's like I was working, he was working. We both, you know, had time away and did our own thing. But, you know, when you're with somebody so often, like, you know, you guys are going to bicker and things are going to happen. But, yeah, I mean, like he said, we just decided it would be the best thing to take some time apart so he could figure out, you know, whatever he needed to figure out. Clearly, you see us now, and he's back home. He's been here for, I don't know, it's been a little bit. We didn't want to rush back into filming. We didn't want to jump back into anything. We just wanted to take our time, be with each other, work on what we have to work on so that we can make sure that we're solid. So, that's the first part of where we've been. We're excited to be back. Even when we were taking a break, we talked about YouTube all the time. We're like, should we like make a video and, you know, say what's going on? But we didn't know which direction things were going to go at the time. So we just decided to wait, and clearly everybody was wondering. I had so many messages from you guys. But shortly after he had moved back to his mom's, we got some shocking news that that I was pregnant. And it's just crazy to me too, like thinking back, because we've both always said like we didn't necessarily want kids. I was always on birth control, but I had stopped taking it for I think a period of about 5 days. TMI, but because of my period I had to wait, blah blah blah, whatever. I was off of it for 5 days, and just our luck.
Not at all.
But yeah, so we found out that I was pregnant. I think that at the time that we found out, I was maybe like 4 weeks. It was really, really early. Yeah, we were dealing with everything going on between us. And then now the stress of, you know, like, are we going to be together? Are we not? I'm pregnant. Like, what? You know, it was so stressful, especially for me.
Everything on top of everything.
Yeah, it was like really like one thing after another, it seemed like. So yeah, that was that. I had gone to the doctor for just like a confirmation of pregnancy. It wasn't like at a real OB. It was just my doctor, and they don't do ultrasounds there or nothing like that. But they took my blood, and my levels were really, really low. Not anywhere close to where they should be for being pregnant. So they wanted me to go in for a internal ultrasound, which was scheduled for, I think it was like 3 weeks after that, right? because they couldn't. I think it was scheduled for like 3 weeks after that appointment. And there was some concern. Obviously, my levels were so low. It was very abnormal. And I had been bleeding and cramping. So we kind of knew what was happening. But they mostly wanted me to get the ultrasound to see if anything was still there. And if it is, you know, if you are going through a miscarriage, like everything has to come out because you can get an infection. So they scheduled the ultrasound for 3 weeks after that.
And all this was still when COVID was happening, so that's why everything was so pushed.
Yeah, everything was pushed. He couldn't go to any of my doctor's appointments, nothing. So coming up on that appointment, I think it was probably a week prior, I got sick. I got COVID. And it was terrible, let me tell you. It was so bad. And at the time that I got COVID, we were already starting to like mend our relationship and work on things. He wasn't living here yet. But we were working on things, and I think it was like on day like day 3 maybe of me having COVID. I got really, really sick. It was so bad. I literally had every symptom that you could have while having COVID. It was bad. I was so sick. So I think my mom called you, right? To take me to the hospital?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, my mom.
But before that, I had come and stayed with her because she was sick. And I stayed for like that week. I think it was like a Sunday or Saturday.
I don't remember.
Her mom called me and I was still at work.
Mm-hmm.
She was like, Hunter's dying, get her to the hospital. And
I really felt like I was dying, you guys. Like it was, like I said, I had everything. Like the fever, the body aches, the stomach problem, just literally everything. It was so bad. I was like, this is not right. So he took me to the hospital. I was there all day. Their main thing that they wanted to do was make sure I was able to eat, because I could not eat. I couldn't even drink. So I was like really dehydrated. So yeah, that was awful. And I had to cancel that appointment because I was sick. But they rescheduled me. Luckily by like the full 2 weeks, I think I was finally better. But let me tell you, if you've had COVID, you know that shit lingers. Like the effect of COVID, like the symptoms, I didn't lose my smell and taste till I was already better. And the shortness of breath hit me after I was like already better. After I was already tested negative. Like we had gone to the movies, and I was like on the way back, like I thought like I could not breathe. Like whatever. I still can't smell and taste. It's been almost 2 months. So
2 months.
Terrible. Anyways, so finally I'm healthy.
She even did that cooking an orange thing.
If you guys followed me on Instagram, I tried that TikTok hack where you like burn an orange and eat the insides with brown sugar. I did that for like 4 days in a row. It didn't do anything.
Are you supposed to do it for 4 days in a row?
You're supposed to do it, just keep doing it until if it works, but it just didn't work, and I was just tired of it. But anyways, we're getting so off track. So finally, my appointment, the new one, came around. They did the ultrasound. Everything was out. I was fine. By that time, we already had like gone through the emotions of the miscarriage and dealing with all of that. And like we said earlier, it just felt like it was like one thing after another, like with us, with me getting pregnant, with me getting sick. It was just like a never ending like 2 months of just, oh my God.
Everything just hit.
Yeah, it's like when it rains, it pours. So at the appointment, at the ultrasound, they found a mass basically in my uterus. Obviously they weren't able to do anything on the spot. They didn't even tell me. I even asked the lady, you know, like, is everything good, blah, blah, blah. And you know, they can't tell you because they're not a doctor. But my doctor had called me with the results. She said that there's a mass that I need to get checked out. Sometimes, depending where it is and how big it is, sometimes that can cause a miscarriage on its own. So we're still dealing with that to this day. I have an appointment on the 28th of this month to go. I don't know exactly what they're gonna do. They didn't tell me. I don't know if they're gonna do a biopsy. I don't know if they're just gonna do another ultrasound to see exactly where it is. I know that they do want to test it to make sure that it's not cancerous and it's not anything life-threatening. So yeah, we went through a lot of shit in a short amount of time, and it was crazy and emotional and stressful and every other word that you can think of.
Confusing.
Yeah, but I think that ultimately it brought us closer, like going through something like that together. Like I said, obviously he's here, we're back. We've really been taking our time on ourselves and dealing with everything that we need to deal with. So that's where we're at. That's where we've been. I know so many people are probably gonna have a lot of questions, and that's why.
That's part 2 right there.
Yeah, that's why we're gonna do a part 2. So if you do have any questions, you can either message either one of us on Instagram or leave the comments below, and we will answer them in a part 2. Because I know that was a lot. I feel like it was a lot to explain. I don't know that we explained it that well, but it was
even explaining it, you guys probably won't see it, but there's gonna be a lot of cuts in this video because we were trying to like make
we literally had to pause so many times to like be like, wait, when did this happen? No, this happened first. No, this happened. Like it was just so much. Like it was so much. Like
confusing. So we understand you guys. So our next video, we're not yet too sure what our filming schedule is gonna be right now because we're still trying to figure everything out and still trying to take some time, you know, but we still want to keep you guys updated. So I mean, if you haven't already, follow Hunter or me or our couples page and subscribe to our channel, and you guys can get notified. But yeah, we'll probably be posting hopefully we'll try to do every week, but you know,
we'll see. We're not making no promises right now. Just know that we're back and we do have intentions on filming. It might be a little sporadic in the rest of this month in August, because I will be spending a lot of time in Seattle. You guys know I work out there. So, you know, when we're home, we'll try and do what we can, but we will be filming a part 2 once we feel like we have enough questions to answer. So leave your questions or comments about anything that we talked about down below, and we will make sure to answer them in our next video. And thank you again for everybody that stayed watching our videos while we were away. We're almost at 2,000 subscribers, which is kind of crazy because we just got monetized in February. So it's only been a few months since we got monetized, and 3 of those months we were gone and our subscribers were still going up. So thank you to everyone who stuck around and commented on old videos and reached out to us. It means a lot.
But alright guys, now that you guys are all caught up in our little life, you know, you guys know what's going on, and again, we'll be dropping that second video, so stay tuned for that. We'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys again, and follow us on Instagram to get, you know, so you guys can be nosy and do whatever you guys want to do. But yeah, subscribe, hit the post notification button, and it's good to be back.